trust me that when you take the green, they're gonna stick right here.
So let me frame what's about to happen for you. I have never done this before. Pretty much what's happening here is a real life example of somebody from the grandstands that thinks, oh, this is easy, I could do this, I could do that. Pluck somebody from the grandstands, put them in one of these cars against people who have 20, 30 years of experience or have been professional at some point, and see what happens. That's what you're gonna watch right now. I am the test dummy. I'm not going to hide anything. If I do something dumb, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what I learned from it. That's how this is gonna go. I have only drag raced and driven like a maniac on back roads, which, if my dad's watching this, never ever happened. And yeah, that's not that uncommon nowadays for somebody with no experience to hop in one of these, but the story you always hear is, oh, well, you know, iRacing this, iRacing that. Not me. I've never played iRacing. I've gotten on there to somebody else's and mess with it for 5 minutes and be like, this is freaking weird, and then I stop. I have no iRacing experience. What I do have is a mechanical understanding of how this car works, how it's supposed to work, and what it does. Because I've spent the last 2 years on every single thing inside this car, from the Bondo to the suspension. There's nothing on this car that I haven't messed with yet. And if I don't completely understand it, I'm in the process of learning about it from people who are willing to teach me. Now, I have always had the belief in myself that I would be able to do this. So I'm testing myself here too. I was never able to. I never had that exposure. I didn't come from a racing family. I wasn't even allowed to have a go-kart as a kid. That was off the table. So here I am, 28 years old. Everything I've done for the last 10 years, whether I knew it or not at the time, was building equity to be able to do this at all. Once I decided I did want to do this, it took me 5 years to get to this point. We went out for the first practice session on Friday, having never been on this track or seen it before, and it was like, okay, this is pretty cool, starting to get the hang of it. I ran about 20 laps until the old tires I was on started to get hot and a little bit slippery. Same thing it was doing before, where it would get a little free on entry. Now this is where inexperience comes into play. I did not notice in turn one there was a weeper, which that thing right before that patch there is water coming out of the racetrack from the recent rain. I saw the discoloration there, but there's so many patches and scuffs and things going on in this old surface that I never thought anything of it until it was too late. And really, I didn't even realize that was why that happened until I went back out for the next session, or I walked over and I'm like, hey, that's freaking water. I just thought it got loose on entry and maybe the change in direction from the banking just accelerated the sensation. So I locked it down and let it stop. Now I realize that it was loose on entry because the tires were getting hot, and then I had a freaking banana peel in that water and there was nothing I could do. So, note to self, if other people say track is fine, go look for yourself anyway, because it might not be. Either way, after that, I called Mike Beam and told him that it was free on entry again, which had been happening when we would go testing at Hickory the couple weeks before this. And he said, okay, do this, 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 and that thing. So I did. That's what I'm working on right now. After making those changes for the second practice session, the car felt way better, and it didn't get squirrely when the tires got hot. 3 and 4 feels really good, especially coming out of 4. This car really likes to wrap the bottom. But going into 1, coming out of 2, not quite as secure feeling. I gotta, it's just a driver problem. I just need to find new ways to drive it. I realized I could carry more center speed in the turns, but I wasn't even pushing it because I didn't think the car could do it. And then I'm like, well, let me just try to see what happens. And I just did it. Wow. So I had to readjust how I was braking and all that to not slow down too much.
So we put Mitchell's dad to work. He's over here with the degreaser, cleaning things up. Shelby, no.
Getting ready for the first practice session here. Make sure the car is in neutral. Turn the power on. Do this again because of paranoid. Working hard. Living large. I can't hear whatever bullshit you're trying to tell me. you probably don't know with these cars, if you see a power cord and plugged in behind the seat there, that's not to charge the battery. That is going to the heater on the oil tank. These cars hold about 5 gallons of oil. So what you do after you let the oil heat for about 20 minutes, you have to do this every time you start the engine or you will hurt it. You have to slide the oil pump belt off, which takes a little bit of work. Then I use this angle drill here with a 1/2-inch bit and spin the oil pump over to prime the system, because the dry sump creates a vacuum. Eventually there's no oil in the engine. You're gonna get some fresh stuff in there. And I run it until I can put my hands on the lines and feel that all of this is hot now from the hot oil that came from the tank. And sometimes if I have extra time, I'll let it get hot and I'll put some warm oil into the engine and I'll wait another 10 minutes and then I'll do it again to kind of let the oil temperature start to heat up the block, because these race motors, this is a real R5 P7 Dodge engine from the truck series 20 years ago. The tolerances inside them are so tight, if you start them with cold oil and nothing is expanded yet from the heat, you can cause damage to it, premature wear, all that stuff. You see people buy cars like this just to show off to their buddies and they just want to crank it up, fire it up and rev the piss out of it and turn it back off. It's gonna blow up. You have to do this. It's not like a normal car. You also might be wondering, well, there's probably not actually Pennzoil in that car. Oh, it's a race motor. It's like, no, there actually is Pennzoil in this car, and it's the same stuff that you can go buy at the parts store. It's ultra platinum 0W40 SRT recommended, which is ironic because I have a Dodge engine. That was not planned at all. It just worked out that way.
Yeah, I know.
Did not like that shock change.
The shocks.
Oh god, I lost all my drive. We got tight in the center. Good. Next, yeah.
I'm still running all that on old tires. These ones got some stickers on here we'll put on before qualifying and race on those. Hopefully that makes it a lot better. I've never run on sticker tires yet. My main focus needs to be, can I run laps consistently with the car under control where I don't have to be all focused on the driving in the car, and I can be aware of my surroundings a little bit without worrying about losing the car. That's the most important thing, is to bring this thing back in one piece.
Yeah.
And if I go out there and I start over driving it when these tires get hot, get sliding around, it is so easy to hit the brakes a little too hard or a little too long and get this thing to go sideways into the turn.
Really?
Yeah, very
that
easy.
From the tires getting hot, or is it like that when you start off?
Tires get hot, it does that, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm curious. I wish we would have been able to test with a set of new tires so that you can feel the difference. Like, because this will be completely different with a set of new tires.
Yeah, I wish I could try that too, but that's the thing. Once you test them and they're new, then you come back in, they're not new anymore.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
But hopefully these will be, even once the new tires are used, I would think they would still be better than these tires that have, I don't even know how many heat cycles on them. Do you have a minute to explain to me how you drive this place?
Yeah.
I'm struggling over here.
That patch, going through the patch?
Yeah.
I come in, I'll show you right here. I always lay my left front right on there's a spot here I try to hit. And then as soon as I start hitting to the patch, it slides up a little bit, come off the wall back there.
Where do you leave the wall at?
Let's see, probably right a little bit past the flag stand.
Okay.
Like when I'm at the flag stand, I'm already starting to look down here. So it's kind of the point. I try to hit my left front right here, right on the apron right here.
You're actually touching right here?
Yeah, I want to touch like about right there where that little rough spot is right there on the thing.
Okay. So when you go up there, you leave the wall, you move your eyes to this spot?
Yeah, I'm already looking at that. Like from back there, I'm already looking down here. As soon as I get here, then I already know. As soon as I hit there, my left front hit right there, I'll hit this patch and it's pretty slick. So then I slide up a little bit. It goes about probably 4 foot off my left front, probably 4 foot off the apron right here. Let it drift and slide, and I'm right back to the gas. And I brake till I get right here, my left front touches this, and then I'm off the brakes.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what to do too to help you. When you come off the wall, try to drive as straight as you can from over there. Like when you're going down the straightaway and you come off the wall, and you're looking for that point I was showing you right here, try to drive as straight to that point as you can.
Okay.
You don't want to be out here like it's just late apex stuff. You know what I mean? You want to get here straight as you can, run from about the flag stand to here almost straight.
So when you're braking, your wheel is straight or
right.
almost. You pick a direction and you are not moving the wheel while you're braking.
Right, Zach. You're saying you barely turn the wheel, you're braking, and then you know right here you make to finish this corner because you're kind of early apexing right here, but to finish this corner you need to be off the brakes.
Okay.
But if it slides the nose when you do that, just come off a little easier, a little longer. Just like a couple milliseconds longer.
Okay.
Hold on to them, and then so now when you're off the brakes, and now you're rolling through the middle of the corner and it's sliding a little bit. It's going to slide along a little bit through here. Then while you're sliding, you're trying to pick the throttle up. But don't, if you got wheel into it, don't pick the throttle up yet. Just kind of ease into the throttle, make it turn. And as soon as you get turned good, you feel like you feel do this, you feel like turn for you. And when you start seeing straight, start looking at that valve where that Y is on Speedway. When you're right here.
Okay.
And then start looking at that and then run straight off.
Well, that helped a lot. I wish I made the time to ask him that yesterday. But hey, second best time to plant a tree is today.
I was faster yesterday with a spark plug wire off. Really? I mean, I'm like seriously thinking about pulling it back off.
I did that several places. I've done that. Yeah. So on your extra lap, when you go out, start scuffing them right here. Back and forth, go down the back stretch and just kind of do this, and then run into 3 and 4 about probably half. You're gonna be about half. Not half throttle, but about 50% of what you can run through there because you don't have to speed up and just run out through here, run in here as hard as you can one time. They'll get better every time you go. The next time running there will be better. Just trust me that when you take the green, they're going to stick right here. When it's stuck down here, then down that corner, you can really go down. Okay. Then when it goes to that corner good, now your confidence is up, you can really go through this corner good. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Come in.
Okay.
Look. Get that on there.
Nice.
Sign your hat. You sign his hat.
He's more famous than I am.
Sign is.
Yeah.
I wish Shayna was here.
I know, man. I told her to come.
I was looking
She
forward
could drove
to
up
her.
today, but she gets all stressed out during work and all that stuff all the time. So she likes, probably I stress her out too, so she likes to be home every once in a while without me, you know what I mean?
I hear ya. Hold on.
Feel good, don't it?
Do what?
Soft anyway, aren't they? Feel good? That's nice car, man.
Thank you.
First time I've seen it.
Attention all drivers.
It's been a work in progress.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Major work in progress. How did the new tires feel?
Really, really good.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Game changer, you looked great.
Oh, totally. I tried to run the line better that Jeremy was explaining to me, and it felt way better. I mean, that paired with the tires, I was like, wow, if I ran 10 laps like that to get used to this first, I could do even better. But I was like, damn, I could really, I can lay into it with confidence
Good.
now.
Good. I'm glad.
You can take her for a ride on the electric bike.
Yeah, she's excited.
Do you like it?
I love it.
We brought our electric e-bike to the track, and this thing is awesome. It's just like a normal bike, except it's got a motor. The electric motor is really powerful right here in the hub. You don't even notice it. It's got disc brakes on the back and the front. Good shocks. They're adjustable too. Got a shock on the seat post as well. Pedals fold in for easy storage. As you can see, it folds up super easily. Got a key down here too, so nobody can ride away with it. Charging port right there. It's even got a nice place to put your phone. 7-speed gear set. You can change the assist level. Setting 2 is more than enough to move me around. It'll go up to 28 miles an hour. Super customizable. We can put a basket back here. I really like to do that in case we got to run around in the pits. So far, we love our electric e-bike. It takes up so little room, we can take it almost anywhere. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to check out their rides. Add a bike cover to your order and get it for free with the discount code Stapleton at checkout.
Luckily, the prayers got answered, and May 29th I'll be getting my kidney transplant. This will be my final race before transplant. There's one thing I say to the camera: thank you. I hope this sees a lot of people. Thank you for everyone's support. We plan on just taking the hood off, clearing it, save the signatures, and keep it memorabilia to know, look back on it and be like, I beat it. Man, I love your videos.
I'm glad we did meet you because this is my first race. I have almost no idea what I'm doing. I've driven that car for less than an hour cumulatively since I finished it. Okay. And I'm gonna go out and look like relatively dumb compared to all these people that have years and years of experience or semi-professional, but it doesn't matter because
it's about the people.
Right.
It's not about what you do. It's a people thing, and this is why we do it.
I agree with you. You want to sign it?
Yes. Do I get to pick the color?
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
But
problem.
this is Aiden. He's my spotter today.
Hello.
How many races have you spotted, Aiden?
Just say.
Just today. Okay, well, I've raced just today, so we're on the
This morning I want to start at my car thing.
Busch car.
I said,
It was
yeah.
a Bobby Labonte
Hello to
Banquet
Jamie
Foods
here.
car.
It's a pretty good car.
Originally, yeah. So we're lined up for race 1, about to start. I've never been on the track with this many cars before, or been in this scenario at all. So in my mind, I am prepared for the green flag to come down and every single car in front of me to start hitting each other and crashing. That's kind of where my head was. And obviously that's not going to happen, but I didn't want to be in the beehive I wasn't prepared for. So I just kind of let it go. But my confidence after that last practice session where I changed the shocks and then messed with the tire pressure was not good. The car did not feel good. Had I started the race the way I was the day before, it would have been a lot better, but I'm kind of like, okay, something's up here. I need to take it easy. So the way these races work is they are 50 lap races, and there's a competition caution at lap 20, no matter what, just to kind of bunch the field back up. Now, not only have I never been in a race environment before, I have never passed a car before, so okay, I'm going to pass this guy now. I know I can. I just want to see if he's gonna, how much space he's gonna leave. And now I'm being completely transparent with this entire process so you can get the best idea of what it's like to have never done this before and go do it. I'm not cutting things out to make myself look better or anything like that. As you can see in the mirror now, Jeremy and AJ are the leaders. They're coming up behind me, and at this point I probably don't even know they're back there yet because I told Aiden, my spotter, I just want to know if I'm clear or not clear, or I gotta get out of the way. And when he told me that they were coming, I didn't know where to go because Jeremy was kind of low, AJ was kind of high, so I just sort of slowed down where I was, and they went around me on both sides. Immediately after that happens, my brain goes, okay, now's your chance to learn something. Pick it up and try to keep up with these guys if you can. Hindsight's 2020. Now that I'm watching this, I'm kind of wondering if AJ's line would have worked better for me than the line that Jeremy described to me before the race. Probably would have. I wish I would have tried it. But that's just something to add to my mental notebook for next time. Now I'm restarting behind the 75 of Bob Shack, and I'm thinking, okay, here's another good opportunity for me to follow him around and learn something. So that's what I'm going to do here. Well, again, keeping my distance. And I'm watching this cluster in front of me kind of turn into what looks like may develop a 3-wide situation with those 3 cars there that are real tight. Now, there is rarely contact in this series, but when there is, it usually happens after a restart before the field gets settled out. And exactly what I was anticipating is what happened, so there was more than enough space for me to not get caught up in it. Now, I still have no idea where to line up on these restarts. I was just doing what I was told to do, but I don't know how the 62 is in front of me again. I feel like I passed him at least 4 times already, but kind of like, whatever, it doesn't matter, I'll just pass him again. Now I'm gonna follow Bob around and see if I can learn something. And it was at this moment I decided whatever battle them two have going on is something I do not need to be a part of today, so I'm just gonna stay right here and try to learn by observation.
do start to figure out here is at the bottom of turn 1. If I get off of the bottom quicker where that patch is, I don't hit that bump, it goes away. And that kind of goes back to originally what Jeremy explained to me, where by that point you should probably be 2-3 feet up off of that, maybe 4 feet, and then your left side tires don't catch that bump. It's a lot smoother and you're more settled back on the gas quicker. That patch in there was real rough. Everybody was even having a hard time over there.
I was impressed.
I'm impressed. He did good. I'm so proud of you. You have no idea.
Thank you.
You did so good.
How's it feel?
We had a little bit of up and down luck last year, so this is really
You
cool.
looked a lot more stable out here.
Oh,
These
yeah.
tires made a huge difference. I
Yeah, you
think.
could tell you got more comfortable even after the caution.
Yeah.
Once
You know how proud I was of you for dodging that? You were right behind him.
See, I don't get nervous when people do dumb stuff on the highway, do I?
No, you
That's
don't.
why. I was like, oh, look at this. I'm just gonna go around it. When you grow up riding with this guy who drives like a maniac, road raging people, you start to see some of that stuff before it happens. He did a great job. Ask him what he thought. Aiden the spotter. That's his first race spotting. Neither one of us has.
Well,
I was proud, buddy.
that was
You did a great job.
scary, that little space there, but it's a really great job. And I better run for my car.
All right, thank you. Never spotted a race, never raced a race. I don't know where we finished, but we finished, and other people didn't. I was kind of adrift, just kind of, I don't know, not really found a rhythm until I got lapped and I could follow them for a little bit. Then I knew I kind of had my rabbit, and that helped me. I've never, up until then, I never had any test sessions where I could get in and follow somebody that's like, here, follow me, I'll show you what to do.
You've never like tested with your own cars.
No, every time I've tested, there's been only me or like late models that are way faster, so I have no idea, I have no benchmark.
Like you never got to be on the track with Jeremy or AJ or them, like you guys took turns kind of.
Yeah.
I never saw you on the backstretch at all out of turn 2 or going into 3. I never saw you like, you know, look swirly or look like something was gonna happen.
Well, that's good because sometimes it was loose, but I didn't lift, I just skated out of it. It was never out of control. I think the car felt really good relative to how I was driving it, which is not as consistent as it should be for somebody to just really give great feedback, because you can say it's loose in, loose that. Well, 90% of that is me doing something wrong to cause it to do that, so it's kind of hard to make super good adjustments like that. But once I started running more consistently, it was doing the same things. It wasn't unpredictable on me. Everybody who ever watched these videos or made a comment, even if you never made a comment, if you watch the videos, but especially those who make comments and send it to their friends and wear our gear and all that, you were really what made this car possible. That's how we got to this point. Pennzoil made it possible for us to go do the things like spend the extra time working on it.
Congratulations! Did it feel better?
A lot better, yeah. My body hurts a little bit.
I bet. You probably like these trainings for that long.
Where did I finish? I don't, what? I think the only person who finished the race that I finished ahead of was the 62.
No, you were ahead of a couple.
Oh, I did? I feel like I'm walking to the principal's office down the big scary hallway. I didn't get in your way too bad, did I?
Oh man, you're good. You're good.
Good.
AJ's catching me anyway, you know what I mean? You're good. How to run?
A lot better. Having even when new tires get hot, they're still better than
What you had?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, our car was good. I got tight, and real tight in the middle, and loosened up off, and just couldn't get going. You know, like I was good yesterday all day, good day all day. Then we put those tires on for qualifying, it just didn't seem as good. You know.
Really?
Yeah, you do that sometimes. You get a set like that, you know. But I can't pinpoint what happened. You know. I think you're saying I just got tight. Did your car get tight at all? Or
I think it's well. My problem is I got a 12-to-1 box, so I get into the apex and I'm like all the way down here. Yeah.
12-to-1. Yeah, you need 8-to-1 at least.
Yeah.
10-to-1, you know?
It hasn't been a problem anywhere else I've messed with,
Right,
but
yeah,
you
but
come here and it's
yeah.
like doing a freaking 180
Yeah, you got to turn hard.
real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would help me a lot. Especially down there where you're trying to wrap the bottom.
Yeah. I can't believe we used to run 12-to-1s everywhere like that on short track stuff.
I know.
Man.
Or did you have like a super tiny steering wheel or just the
No,
big...
I had the big wheel and everything, man. We used to
freaking crank it all the way around.
Like, I couldn't imagine that now running 12-to-1 box. I couldn't imagine it. And back then the 12-to-1 was fast. Everybody's like, man, you can run 12-to-1 box? That was pretty quick, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And now it's 8-to-1, 6-to-1 and all that stuff, you know? But I couldn't imagine. Yeah, you're probably struggling with that a little bit. Having to turn, especially down there, put a little extra wheel in it, you know?
Yeah, that's where I'm real crossed up down there. That would help me.
Yeah.
I'll have to put that on my to-do list. Once you guys got around me, that was a lot better because then I had somebody to follow.
I know, because when the caution came out, you were still right behind us.
I've never been able to follow somebody. All the testing I did was by myself.
Right.
Now I see you guys up there and I see you can go in that hard and it sticks.
Right.
And it works here, it works there. Then I have confidence to do that now, and I'm not just going to sail off.
That's what you're missing a lot of. Just experience and confidence. You know what I mean? Just knowing it's going to stick when you get there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's good. You did that because I know that the caution came out. I looked up and there you were. I was like, it's pretty cool. You know, you stay there.
The turnaround time between race 1 and 2 felt relatively quick. I think that was because it was starting to rain. As you can see, there's raindrops on my windshield. That was making me a little bit paranoid. Coming to the green flag, I'm thinking the same thing I did before. You're just gonna let them go, do your thing. I'll come back later once things are a little bit more settled out, especially because I don't know if the track is really dry. Apparently it is. At least I'd hope so. I lost a little more ground than I wanted to, trying to get free of the 62 here. Funny, these kinds of things I don't think about when I'm driving, obviously, but when I watch it back, it's interesting to see that which hand does what whenever the car gets loose, because I'm right-handed, but it seems like my left hand takes over whenever something important needs to happen. And I wonder if that is from, just muscle memory from driving stick shift street cars or something. When if you're spinning or going through gears, your right hand's on the shifter and your left hand's doing the driving. I would think that's probably why I default to this here. And by now I'm warmed up and confident in where the car will stick and not stick, and I've realized that I am faster than this guy. I just need to figure out how to pass him, and this is kind of when I start having fun because of that. And the funny correlation to that is when I start having fun, I stop thinking about what I'm doing, and I get into that flow state where I'm just driving. I am the car. I'm in that zone. And you can tell when that clicks because I start hanging it out more and the car's kind of sliding all over the place. It doesn't really faze me. Not like it was earlier in the day. Going back to green, there was a little bit of a misinterpretation here. Baden told me that we were getting bunched up and there'd be one to go, but they actually threw the green, so I had no idea. I was not ready for it. Like, my visor was up, radiator fan was still on, and now I'm a whole straightaway behind everybody else. But that's okay, because I'll catch back up. The guy in front of me here is like the track manager or former track manager. I don't know if he still is or not, but he used to be for a long time, and he's raced here for like 20 years. Pretty good, and I can see Chris Burns in the 18 car in front of me is starting to lose his tires, or his car is becoming more and more unhappy, and so I can see it sliding around a lot. And I'm thinking, okay, I can just keep up what I'm doing. I will catch him as his tires continue to get hotter, and there will be an opportunity for me to gain one more spot. So that's what I'm locked in on right now. And what I'm not paying attention to is this guy behind me is about beating my bumper off, and I don't even notice it because it's not, the bumper bar is higher than the bottom of the bumper, so you can push on the Kevlar and it doesn't actually push on the car. This is where I feel like my hands are a little tied, because I'm not sure exactly what the best thing to do here is. The only thing I can think of is just stay close to him, so if he bobbles, I can get my nose in on exit, and then he can't come back down, and I can out-accelerate him. But I get a little bit loose chasing him in, just like you see here. Not that bad. Now, about the same thing as the lap before happens here, where I follow him in. I get a little bit loose because I have to check up because he does bobble, except when I'm checking up and a little bit loose, the guy behind me just comes in and finishes me off. Why? I don't know. Now, I don't have any good explanation for that other than he needs glasses. He was only looking at me and not the guy in front of me. I don't freaking know. It was stupid. It just really looks like absolutely zero situational awareness. I have no idea what he thought he was going to do. I didn't know how bad the damage was or anything, but the spotter told me it wasn't too bad and the car felt fine, so I just assumed keep going. No need to go into the pits or anything, other than I'm freaking mad. In the car, I don't know why that happened. I didn't know that he was sweeping all over my back bumper for the 5 laps prior to that after I passed him. Completely fair and square and clean with plenty of room, by the way. He was not faster than me. It's not like he... Just freaking stupid. During the caution laps, everybody's tires got to cool down a bit, and Chris Burns in front of me there, he got some of his tire back, and he is not slipping and sliding as bad as he was before I got taken out, so it was a little harder to catch back up to him. That was my shot to get under him. I caught back up, but it was too late by then. We were out of laps. Either way, I had a lot of fun, other than the getting wrecked part, and learned a lot, and still have a lot to learn by analyzing this footage and figuring out why I kept having trouble in that one spot there, or what could be changed on the car to help that, and if that's even going to translate to other tracks. Just that kind of stuff. There's infinite amount of things to be learned from this weekend, and having it all on film can help me get as much out of that as possible.
I want to beat his ass. I'm so pissed. I knew that stupid was gonna do it for like 15 laps before that. I knew he was gonna. He was way too aggressive for everybody out here.
You know what that is? That's just bad sense of awareness on his part, because he should know I'm locked in a battle with the guy in front of me and we're real close. If he comes in, doesn't give me any room to check up if that guy slips up, that's just
Bad racing.
yeah, that's not smart to do that.
Especially in this series.
It's not smart to do that, and it's not considerate to put me in that position. Now I had to check up because Chris Burns was,
Thanks, Jeremy, for coming out here.
he slipped a little bit and I didn't want to hit him because I'm not a jerk. I could have been like, huh, sucks to be you, touched him a little bit, got him up and
He
gone
was
on.
trying to pass you the whole time, but he wasn't trying to pass clean.
But you had already passed him, right?
All right, racers, one more time. Jeremy Mayfield.
What he should have done, here, put that camera. What he should have done is laid back, waited for me to get the white car up, and then followed me under it, and then passed me if he was so much faster than me.
He was doing that the whole time.
Well, that's just,
He's an idiot.
yeah,
He's probably mad that you already passed him.
that's not an intelligent move, but. How's the back of the car? Is it messed up?
Not horrible. I'm going to take a picture. Messed up a lot.
AJ almost made it 2 for 2 tonight here. Almost a clean sweep for you. But, great race.
Oh damn, I went up that far on him.
Yeah.
Wow.
He went in that deep on you.
That's, okay, yeah.
So you could never save that.
No.
You were turned and hit it.
My bumper was up here.
Right.
He was sniffing my fuel cell.
Man, you could have wrecked me really good over there when we parked in the center there. I was like, it wouldn't turn for nothing. And we got down there in the center, it like plowed the ground, bound up, and I seen you go around. Like, man, he was right on my bumper too.
That guy didn't leave us any room.
No.
Clobbered me.
Yeah. So, and then what did you get loose on you over here when you caught me again? I had pulled up, I was gonna let you go by. And I seen, next thing I know, I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh man, he went back up the track.
Yeah, that was good racing.
Yeah,
I had fun. I had fun running behind you.
That thing,
looking for it.
That thing comes to life at the end of the race.
That's me getting comfortable, finding a rhythm.
Absolutely, for sure. Yeah, that thing is. I seen it coming. I'm like, man, that thing's rolling really good.
I've never raced before.
That's pretty impressive, man.
I've never done street stock, nothing.
I've been running almost 20 years now. It's pretty good to be first race in the car like that. It's impressive, man.
Thank you. I thought I was having fun doing that, trying to think, where can I get him? Like, I'm going to get him clean.
Yep.
And when you checked up, I went in thinking I might be a little close to him, but if he bobbles a bit, I can get under him over there.
Absolutely.
And
realistically, you probably could have, because we weren't. After about 5-10 laps, man, it would get real tight in the center, and then it'd be loose off. You know,
I could see your wheel cranked over, and you were just going up.
Yeah.
So I knew it was coming. That's why I wasn't super urgent, because I knew that. It's like, if I'm patient, it'll be there, and I won't have to do anything dangerous to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't take on the fact that somebody might clean me out before that happened.
Yeah.
And I still don't know who that was, where he is, or why he hasn't come said anything to me about f***ing up my car yet. Yeah, look at it. I got this because I wouldn't give this to you.
Yeah, I know.
But if that's the penance I pay for being clean and being respectful, that's okay. I'm okay with this.
That stuff typically comes back tenfold, man.
Thank you.
Impressive run.
That was fun.
You going to Dominion?
Yeah. Yeah, with a new quarter panel.
Absolutely. Right on, man.
I don't think we ever got to give you your formal introduction. This is Tim, and Tim sold me this trailer like 3 weeks ago.
Enjoyed the opportunity to help the channel along and help his racing career along.
I'm glad you did, because I wouldn't have been able to get a trailer that was this nice with my budget. And then you came here and you helped us out, and we would have struggled if you weren't here.
I have been in that situation, and it is tough when you're by yourself or just one person with you.
I can't imagine if it was just me. Like, seriously, you helped so much.
Now, if you're new here or you've been familiar with our history videos but don't know us that well, or me, I'm glad you stayed for this, and I hope that you're interested in following along to see what happens here, because I'm going to continue to be as much of an open book as I can, because quite honestly, the internet needs that. There's too many people who only post the polished version of the way they want you to see things, and I'm not gonna contribute to that crock of crap, honestly. If I mess up, I'll tell you about it, and I'll show you what I learned, and we'll move on from there, and you'll get to see me progress at this. So leave a comment. What were your expectations for me going into this, and how did that stack up to what happened? And now, afterwards, I feel like there's a 1,000-pound monkey off my back, because for the last 2 years of making sacrifices and screwing up other progress on YouTube to do this, there's always that little voice of doubt in the back of your head that's like, you know, what if you can't do this? What if you suck at it? What if this is all a waste of time? It's small. It's like 5% compared to the other 95% of me that's like, yeah, you're gonna be able to do this. You'll be good at it once you get going and stuff. But that little voice was always there, and it always makes you nervous and always contributes to that stress. And now that's gone, because I've proven to myself that I was right, and that feels really good. And all the people who believed in me when I had no track record to show them that their assistance with me was not a waste of time, that means a lot to me too. Especially Mike Beam and all the guys at GMS Fabrication and Sigma, ARCA guys, and Rackley for helping me with things, or letting me borrow tools or tire pressure gauges or whatever it was. This whole operation went up several levels because of that assistance, which the car was like kind of ready to go before that. And then Mike said, oh, bring the car up here, we'll help you with some setup stuff, we'll change some things around to make it better. It's like, okay, obviously I'm not going to say no to that, that's great. And then we get in there and he's like, cut this out, move this, make a new one of those. And so pretty soon we had the whole car about stripped apart again, and took about 5 steps back to take 45 steps forward. So as usual, make sure you hit thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed. Subscribing is free. It's just a follow button. So if you want to see future races, which the next one is at Dominion on May 31st, if you'd like to go there, we'll be there and you can meet us before the race. There's a meet and greet and all that. Now, pretty much immediately after I bought this car as a rolling chassis from a guy named Jeff Anton in Massachusetts, I realized that I could have saved a lot of time and money by buying somebody else's car that was already complete. And I don't even want to think about all the opportunity cost missed out on from me working on this instead of doing my normal job, which is making videos about other things. But the thing is, had I bought somebody's turnkey car and got in it and started using it, I would not have any of the knowledge of these things that I do now. I would have to learn it as I go, which wouldn't really be the same as it was if you had to start from nothing and make it into something and be forced to network with people who knew about it. And it also opened doors for me to get to know people that I wouldn't have met otherwise because they offered to help. And that's just the coolest thing about the way this racing world is. It's still a little sliver of the way things used to be, because you cannot go on Google and find out how to do anything with these cars, really. Not like you could for drag racing, like, oh, I got a Fox body, I want to put a 4-link in it, here's what you do, here's how you set your bars. Nothing like that here. You gotta talk to people. But the crazy part is, I guess that's not that crazy, but some of you younger kids might not know that that's how this works, is nobody's gonna come out of the sky and just say, you know what, you're the chosen one, here it is, all on a silver platter. Unless you come into some massive inheritance or something. Maybe that happens to some people, but not to me. But what you can do is you can help yourself. And when you help yourself, other people will see that and they will be willing to help you. That's what happened to me. And I got way more assistance and professional guidance on this car than I could have ever thought for. Probably because of that. And I'm honestly, I don't ask people like, hey, you know, why did you want to help me? Because I'm afraid they're going to be like, yeah, why am I helping you? Yeah, get out of here. Then they're probably not going to do that. I'm just paranoid because I don't like to bother people. Oh, and I'd be stupid not to mention, anywhere there's a blank space on this car, there is room for more sponsorship. That is why the hood is still open. All the other places on the side of the car, C post, B post, all that you see stuff, it's all open. Send me an email if you're interested. Well, yeah, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor or contributing at all, if you got anything you think I could use or something, that would be great. Send me an email and we'll get back to you. I'll put the email in the description for you to get a hold of me.